Start with an apology. I'm sorry you all had to get dressed in suits on a hot summer night. It is hard, but it's really great to see everybody here. It's a real honor to be here. I've gone to many Commodores balls, but I've never been in this particular position. So it is really an honor to be here and to see all of you. I was, this ball, it is an opportunity to kind of reflect. And I was thinking, we joined the club. My parents joined the club, Paul and I, and my parents, I think it was 78, so that's probably my 41st summer here at the Yacht Club. I did miss one. Chris and I lived in Australia for one, so I did miss one summer here at the Yacht Club, but we've lived all over the world, and we did everything we could to come back to the Brigantine Yacht Club and to this bay. No matter where we were, we lived in Massachusetts for 3 years. We lived in Sydney for 3.5 years, and we still came back every year. It's a real special place. And when I think about it, it's, there's three things here in Brigantine. It's friends, it's family, and it really is this club and this bay. And when I look around the room, back 41 years ago, there's a number of people that were here when I joined. Jimmy is here, and Dave DeMarco, and the Oliveris, and the Hermans, and the Loriellos. There's just so many families. This is a really special place. And in our family, we wound up with 4 generations coming here. My grandparents joined after we did, and now, of course, my kids are here. And it's a really special place. And so while some friends go back to those 41 years, there's also been fantastic friendships that have been made during the last 4 decades, and I am sure there are many that will last for decades to come. It is a magical place. I don't know what it is about. I'm not even going to say these 4 walls, although John and Paul did a great job building these 4 walls. I don't know if it's the slab or the sand that we're on. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it really is a magical place where friendships are made, and we may not all realize it day to day and week to week as we go through our summers, but I know when I'm not here and when it's cold and we're at home or I'm traveling, this really has been home. We bought our first home here before we bought a home anywhere else, and we have always come back here because of friends and family. And so anyway, I have a lot of thanks. It's been an honor to serve these 3 years as a flag officer, and to follow in the footsteps of my parents, who I want to thank, who are, as my mom and dad wrote in a note they dropped off, PC, which means past Commodore. Past Commodore Mom, past Commodore Dad, and of course my brother Paul, who's past Commodore, who I followed into this trek as well. So, and of course my brother-in-law Steve, who some of you may know, past Commodore Steve Lights. So it's really an honor to follow all of them. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to get emotional.
I owe Doug $25.
It is a real honor to have served these 3 years, and there's so many great memories that we've all had together, and I look forward. I'm so happy that the club is in such great hands. I've been so fortunate to work with fantastic trustees in my 3 years. I want to thank everybody who served over my time as trustees. There's too many to thank. And then all of the committee chair people and the volunteers in this club. It really is a volunteer club, and you really realize it as you go through the flags, because there's no 1, 2, 4, or 5 people that can make this club happen. It's really a community effort. And then from the trustees, I really want to thank the flag officers that I've served with. So Michael Herman, where's Michael? There's Michael, and to Doug, who I followed after a conversation in a boat here in the regatta, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to be subpoenaed by anybody about how I wound up in the flags. And then to Hugh, who I dragged along and twisted his arm, and then John Bellata, and to Leo. So to Hugh and Carolyn, who've been amazing to be part of this flags with me, I want to raise a glass specifically because you're only as good as the guy behind you and the woman behind you and the woman behind them and so forth. So to Hugh and Carolyn, I want to say a special thank you for everything you've done. And then to, I'm getting there, Jimmy. Hold on, one second. And then to John and to Vicky, who are also following in these footsteps. Where are they? They're here somewhere. Here they are, right here. And then to Leo and Sheila, who are stepping in here. I must say, the club is in fantastic hands. From Michael right on through to Leo, it's really been terrific to see the energy and passion and the seriousness which everyone has brought to the flags. So, and then last, I have to say a special thank you to my wife, Christine. Jimmy's always had my back to make sure I didn't forget Christine, because we've done a lot of trips to Wildwood when we were much younger. And he always had my back in Wildwood. But anyway, I want to say to Chris, thank you so much for supporting me, telling me what to do, what not to do. And I only had one, "Are you crazy?" when I first raised the question, but really, no, Chris was there with me all the way through, and she really knows how the club works because she's here all the time. So thank you, honey. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Wildwood, don't wanna land in Memphis City, don't wanna fall on LBI, don't wanna land in Old Stone Harbor or in Ocean City, don't wanna land in good old Foggy, don't wanna land in Brigantine. Hey! Good job, guys. Good job. Good job.